It's the Ticket Plug. We've been running an online ticket business for over a decade, and now we've created an easy way for you to do the same thing through our private ticket resale community. Joining our community will give you a way to flip your bread and generate profit income consistently. We provide you with all the tools, training, and resources needed to start your life-changing online ticket business. Zero experience needed. To join our ticket resale community, go to thetickettrap.com. Again, go to thetickettrap.com.
Click the link at the top line of the description to get started right now.
Presentation, because my presentation was we should stop exploiting our women like that. So I started showing pictures of, I think I was showing pictures like Little Kim and stuff like that, and how they was being sexually exploited. So he really was falling right into the dialogue. He was falling right into what I was saying. And so, but I did apologize to him for calling his wife an effing whore. I even said it in the whole cross the line thing. He was like, but you apologized. I said, yeah, but I was using it because he didn't want to fight me then, but he wanted to fight Cottas. I'm gonna bring it back. So and then after Polight losing like that, Sarnetta just started bringing everybody he could find to come in front of us in Harlem, which for us is spiritual. So he finding the Muslims to come in battle, more Kemet niggas to come in battle. And we were just whooping their ass. Like Imam Bashir, who I'm cool with Imam Bashir now.
Yeah.
But Imam Bashir had to get smoked twice. Like he got smoked.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Polight now? Obviously, everything that went on and went through. Okay, so knowing what we know now, did you ever have like a lingering suspicion of what dude was really about? And once we kind of found out what was out there, what was your thoughts on him now?
The closest that I think all of us might have had is when him and Sarnetta was beefing. I think Sarnetta kind of slightly alluded to it with a girl. That's the closest. But knowing like what he has now and then thinking about it, it revealed like a lot of things. It's damn near like you ever be in a relationship with somebody or friends with somebody and they always overly sensitive about a subject. You don't really see them exude those behaviors in their life, but they get sensitive about a certain subject.
Yep.
That's what it was like. Like seeing him, like when Kadazai said your spiritual father's a child molester and him acting like he wants to fight, that lets me know why he internalized that, because that's what he was doing. So I don't think that him going to jail for the one crime is the one incident. I think he probably been doing it and did it to others, and this is just how he got caught. It lets me understand why he gravitated to a Malachi York, because he never met Malachi York. Like he never actually met him. But to gravitate to somebody like that while they're in jail lets me know the Bible calls that like familiar spirits. So the same spirit that York had is the same spirit Malachi had. And the other video, and this video, he was on Jesse Lee Peterson before. And one of his wives was telling how they met. Now, I had never seen this video because I didn't watch Polight interviewing Jesse Lee Peterson. But when they showed the video with Jesse Lee Peterson, the wife was saying how I think she was like 16 or 17 or something like that. And it almost, as she was telling the story, she was coming to the bookstore that Polight and his wife had or something like that. And the way she told the story was like grooming, almost like they was grooming her to be one of his wives. And they was getting her at an early age so that they could be the wife. And it's like now you start seeing the lineup. And it lets you know money doesn't save you from your sickness.
Word.
And that brother was a sick. And you think about it, it reminds me of like, you know, you could lump the R. Kelly thing in there. Like these are men that Polight clearly had power. He clearly had some money, whether he got the money illegally or not, whether he got the power illegally or not, he had influence because, you know, he was robbing a lot of niggas of money. That's why he had to leave New York, because he was robbing a lot of cats. Lying, he even jerked the cat Young Pharaoh for that
status correction.
For the status correction, which I still don't know what status correction is. But so now he was known for that, but he was a man in a position of power and had wives already. So if he had wives and still chose to mess with underage girls, he had a sickness that is probably uncurable. You know what I mean? So I think that's judgment from the Lord, and he deserves to be. I wish he would have got much more time than what he got, because I think he only got the 7 years. And so it showed a few things. For me, once they when I first heard it, I was unsure, because I'm like, I mean, he gonna put himself in that position.
Right.
But then once that DNA came out, it was, I mean, you can't beat DNA.
Nope.
And then it also shows something else. It showed the same way people followed Malachi York was the same way people were still following Polight, because you had people that still wouldn't believe it. I remember I had a back and forth with King Los over Polight.
Wow.
And King Los was teaching the black woman is God too, but for some reason now we can't believe the black woman. But if she God, why we not believing her? Why she lying now? Why the DNA evidence ain't working now? Like now, because they hero fell. Because really, if you think about it, that conscious community, that was the exclamation point on their death when Polight died. Because who from the conscious community is resurrecting? Who from the conscious community? You can't say Umar Johnson, because he never really was in that world. He had that one interview with Sinetta early in his career, but he don't really go in that world. Tariq Nasheed, I don't consider him that, because even though he makes the Hidden Colors, he's not really in what we know as that conscious community. And I don't know, I mean, Seti probably somewhere getting high, who knows? Young Pharaoh done fell all the way off. So I mean, when you think about it, Polight going to jail was the exclamation point on the death of what we know as the conscious community. The only person that keeps it alive is Sinetta. Sinetta is the only brother that still, when you think House of Consciousness, you're going to think Sinetta. But outside of him, I mean, who we think of? I mean, if y'all know somebody, of course, y'all could name it, but I don't know nobody that makes you want to say, I'm conscious. You know what I mean? Because of that.
That was gonna be my next question. Who do you think killed, or what killed the conscious community? 2 questions. Do you think it was the scamming that started at the beginning of the end?
I should get my belt.
and what's your thoughts on Umar Johnson in the school? If you've been following
that. When I was with Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh, okay.
And I was gonna wear it. I think I got a picture of it. I'll show. Because I killed the conscious community. That's how I look at it. I look at it as I killed the conscious community. I killed all of it. Like, and what I mean by that is the conscious community made their living off of battling the Bible. That's what they made their living off of. And by making their living off of battling the Bible, they had to come in front of everybody that they felt was about the Bible. And I would be at the helm of it. I would be at the forefront of it. So anytime they wanted to battle, they would come in front of me and they would die. And so I would definitely take the credit from now to be biblically sound for all the people that's going to go crazy. I would say the Most High did it first. And I would say he used me to actually do it. And so that's how I look at it, because nobody is around. So
yeah.
That's how I look at that. Now, as far as Umar Johnson with this school, I mean, how long are we going to believe that? Unless y'all know some information that I do not know. Every year he says, this is the year that we're going to start the school. We're going to open up the school. I actually have brothers in Delaware, and and periodically I say, hey man, go by the school. Tell me what's up with it. Is it changed? Is it growing? Is it doing that? I get the same answer. There's nothing. I think Umar should finally just come out and say there is no school.